Hey, Bestie, you are still in that classroom trying to figure out how to connect with the students in that room. I already know. You don't even have to tell me because I have been there. Child, I've done all the things, jumping through hoops, making sure that they get what they need, all of that. And it still does not allow me to connect to the classroom like I need to. Well, no worries because today I got you. I'm going to give you three strategies to help you connect with the children in that preschool classroom. Hi, if you're new around here, I'm Coach Ty, and on this channel, we talk about all things children, all things childcare, and all things childcare professionals. So if that is you and you enjoy content like that, hit the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, because girl, you don't want to miss any of the good stuff I put out. Now, it is imperative that you make connections with those babies before you try to do anything else in that classroom. And I got the things that you're going to need to be able to do that. The first thing that you need to do is when you're having conversation and dialogue with your babies, whether it's correcting them or just trying to connect with them, make eye contact. You can't scream across the classroom talking about, Jacob, go sit down. Jacob is looking like, what is wrong with her? And why is she way over there? And I'm way over here. You got to make the eye contact. You got to lock in with that child, connect with them on a level that says your eyes are looking at my eyes. And if our eyes are looking at each other, I'm talking to you. Make the eye contact. Do not assume that they're going to know who you're talking to and what you're talking about if you're screaming across the way. There's so many kids in your classroom, and most of the time, everything is already out of control and you're losing it, they're losing it. So, the worst thing that you can do is not make eye contact to who you're talking to. Instead of screaming across the room, go over to where they are and say, you know what, Sarah? Hey, Sarah, boom, it's me and you. I'm talking to you. I need you to start cleaning up because we got to get to lunch. We got to get to outside. But what you have to do is you have to get over there to them and make that eye contact. The second thing that you need to do, here's the second strategy, is baby, you need to spend at least 2 minutes of intentional time with them. Lock in with them. Go into the stations and play with them, right? Go outside when y'all are outside instead of you just sitting down on the playground. Play with them, enjoy them, play kickball, play tag, play hide and seek. Whatever it is that you can do to connect with them, you need to at least try to do that for all of your babies, 2 minutes each. Give them 2 minutes of intentional time. If it's small group and you're noticing somebody is struggling, 2 minutes of your time with them specifically is going to get them to lock in on the thing, right? I also would say if you are doing stations, right, and they're doing going in and out of learning stations, you need to connect with children in those stations. Show them how to play with the blocks. Show them how to play with the Legos. Show them how to do all the things, but most importantly, connect with them, lock in with them, get in there and have a good time intentionally. Maybe you do 10 friends on Monday and 10 friends on Tuesday, and you continue to rotate because you want to get to know them. The only way you're going to do that is strategy two, baby. You learn them, spend some time with them, connect, and do all the things that you need to do to spend those intentional 2 minutes with them. And then the third thing that you need to do is learn them personally. Oh my goodness, there is nothing worse than a teacher getting in a classroom full of kiddos, and you know nobody. You don't know that Jacob doesn't like green beans on green bean day. You don't know that Sarah is not really big on pasta. You don't know that friends don't like glue on their hands. You don't know any of those things because you've not locked in on an intentional level. You have to get to a place where you really want to love on these kids enough to learn them, to care about what they care about, to not like what they like, right? You want to just get to know them, to make sure that they understand that Miss Ty is not just telling you to do something because she's just telling you to do it. I'm telling you to do it because I love you and it's for your safety, right? Or I love you and it is just time for us to get this thing done. You're gonna what? How do they say it? You get more flies with honey than you do with what, vinegar? I guess that's how they say it, right? Or if it's the way other way around, y'all know what I'm talking about. But at the same sense that I say that, you have to understand how to lock in with your kiddos in that classroom. Get down on their levels, connect with them eye to eye. Make sure that they understand that you want to spend time with them. I love you enough to connect and spend this intentional time with you. What do you like to do? Oh, red is your favorite color. You want to learn them personally. You want to love on them so that they feel so connected to you, right? That it's not going to be any pushback when you say it's time to clean up, that it won't be any pushback when you say, hey, you need to break that castle down because we got to get to lunch. They understand what you give them to understand. And if they know that you have connected with them, Miss Ty loves you, Miss Ty cares about you and what you care about, it is so much easier to connect with your babies on a level when they know that you care. Kids cannot connect and love on you when they don't feel a sense of care, when they don't feel a sense of kind. If you're not a kind person, it's hard for your babies to connect with you when you're screaming and yelling and acting a fool every single day. They're like, what is wrong with her? Like, she is crazy. But it's the same thing that we say about them. If we can't connect with them and we can't lock in with them because they're so at a just kind of push back or they don't want us to talk to them, it's because we haven't laid down the law in connection. We have to connect. We have to know, make sure that they know how much we love them, how much we care, how much of their business we want to be a part of. We don't know, you will not know that Aiden loves, wrestling if you never talk to him about it. You will not know that Sarah loves Barbies if you never talk to her about it. If you're just walking through your day assuming that you're going to have this grand connection with your kiddos, but you never put forth the effort, you can hang up the connection because it's never going to happen. I want you to get serious about connecting with your kiddos. And like I said, these three strategies are going to help you do that with ease, right? Without the pushback, without the craziness. You're going to notice that everybody is going to want to connect with you. Everybody is going to want to get to know Miss Ty once you start to do it with several of the kids in the class. So the first thing I want you to do is when you're talking to them, make eye contact. Don't be fiddling with papers while you're way across the room screaming Jacob's name. Don't do that. That's not you making eye contact. It's eye contact means you walking over there, getting on Jacob's level, saying, Jacob, this is now over. This time of the day is over, and we have to get to the next thing. So I need you to go ahead and start cleaning up. That's eye contact. Eye contact is not you over there fiddling with construction paper, but screaming Jacob's name across the room. That's not going to work. So you have to make sure that you're very intentional about giving Jacob that eye contact that he's going to need. Second thing, like I said, is it's 2 minutes of time spent with each child. That's not hard to do. There's lots and lots of hours. You work an 8-hour shift. So if you spent 2 minutes of intentional time with your children, it's going to make for a better environment for you and for them. Because when it comes time for you to have to discipline them or redirect them, it's not going to hurt so bad because you've already made a deposit. That 2 minutes of spent time is a deposit to those kids so that they understand that Miss Ty is not just mean, she's saying what she means and she means what she says. But I know that she still loves me because we played in Block Station together or we played at Home Station together. And then the last thing you need to do is, like I said, learn something personal about those babies. Do not just assume that it is a one size fits all classroom and everybody likes the same thing. No, intentionally, because this is the beginning of the school year, you need to be intentionally getting to know those kids. What do they like? What don't they like? What do they want? What don't they want? What do they not enjoy? What do they enjoy? Get to know them, get to know their family. Kids will tell you all about the family business if you act like you want to know. If you don't and you don't seem to care about who they are as a person, of course they're not going to talk to you. Of course, when they come in your classroom, they're going to cry. Of course, they're going to feel ways when they have to be around you. You need to make sure that you are taking time out to learn what is going on in that classroom. Connection is so much more important than correction, because corrections won't be hard to make when you make connections first. So I want you to get so locked in on making those connections with your kids that when it's time for the corrections to be made, it doesn't feel hard. It doesn't feel like a mundane thing. It doesn't feel like, oh my God, I'm pulling teeth trying to get them to understand who I am and what I need from them. No, when you make corrections and connections, when you make the connections first, let me say that, it's going to be so much easier for you to lock in and make connections. Like you've already made connections. So now when it's time for me to correct you on that behavior or to get after you about something that you've done, it doesn't feel hard to do. Okay. That's what I was trying to say. Making the connections first before the corrections will put you in a better situation, that now your entire room is community. Now it's connected. Friends will start to help you when they see Jacob not cleaning up. They'll say, Miss Ty, can I go over and help Jacob clean up? Jacob will hear that and say, oh snap, okay, no, I don't want her to come over here and help me clean up, so I'm gonna clean up. Connections are so important, and this is the beginning of school. So I want you to get serious. I want you to get tapped in to the connections that you're going to make with those babies. So remember what I said. First thing is eye contact. Connect eye to eye, not across the room screaming, not getting frustrated, yelling, none of that. Eye to eye contact is number one. Number two is learning something connectively, right? For 2 minutes, just leaning in 2 minutes about what is going on with that specific child, making sure that you spend intentional 2 minutes with every single kiddo. And then the last thing I want you to do is learn something personal, something connective with that child. You may hear one of the babies say, oh, I love broccoli. Well, broccoli may be your jam, and you can elaborate a little bit. Broccoli is so good to me too. You know how I eat it? I put it with cheese, or just make the connection so that they understand that, oh my goodness, she is human. Oh my goodness, Miss Ty does love me. And they're going to go home and start telling their mom, Miss Ty loves broccoli, so I'm going to eat all my broccoli. It is those things. Get connected to them in a way that makes them feel important and that makes you feel like you've made a connection throughout your time in that classroom. Now, I had that for you. That's what I had, right? I had that information that I wanted to give over to you, because I know you're locked in on your school year, but I know you're probably still struggling to connect with every single kid in your classroom. And so those are the strategies, that you can use to get in that classroom and truly give those babies what it is that they deserve. If you enjoy my content, hit the subscribe button, click on the notification bell. But most importantly, I want you to lock in, because September 1st, I am starting a teacher membership. Yes, a teacher membership, so that you can come in and get all of the gems that I've learned for 21 years. I've been doing this thing for 21 years, and I could not dream of doing anything different. I love what I do. And because I have so much experience and expertise, I want to share it with you. I want to give you all of the things that I know. So I am starting a preschool teacher membership where you can get in, you can get resources, you can get tools, and most importantly, you can lock in with me every single week on a Zoom call that will allow you to do what it is that you need to do to be your best in the classroom. We'll do Q&As, we'll do free trainings. All of the things will be in this membership. So if you enjoy this content and you know you want to go to the next level, on September 1st, 2026, I'll open up a preschool teacher membership so that you can get the tools that you need to be successful in your classroom.